Hello guys, good morning all of you. I hope all of you doing fine and keep learning and keep on growing. So today's session I warmly welcome to all of you. So today's session we are going to discuss about chart feature in Excel. What is chart feature? Why we are going to the chart feature? What is the important role for the chart feature in advanced Excel? So let's proceed for today's session. Types of chart and which situation, which kinds of chart we have to use. So normally what happening is like a lot of student they know only how to implement the chart, right? They can simply click on the any kinds of chart, column chart, pie chart, bar chart, line chart. But problem is that what they never know in which situation which kinds of chart we have to use. To get my point, guys? Like which situation we have to use pie chart, which situation we have to use the bar chart. What are the difference between bar chart and column chart? What are the difference between line chart and area chart? They get my point. What is the difference between pie chart and donut chart? Right? So this one, first of all, you should know what is the definition of the chart, what is the this chart, why I'm going to use this chart, and when I'm going to use this chart. When, why, and how. Okay. So in this session, we will learn to performing financial calculations, summarize data at macro level. This is the end of the chapter. So let's understand how financial function can be used in like banking operation. So banking sector undergoes various business transactions on daily basis. Later, the summary of the business transactions, also known as the banking statements. Obviously, in the bank, since morning to evening, lot of transactions going on, right? Also known as the banking statements, as created by performing various calculation on every bank accounts owned by the person. Obviously, person have accounts and person doing the debit and credit, right? And organization or institution, thus banking officials should have the sound knowledge of the financial calculation. Debit means expenses, money like outflow, right? Means your expenses. Outflow means money have to goes from you, right? You just doing the expenses. Credit means inflow, means money about to come, money started coming. Suppose you buy a laptop, so you pay money as a debit, I get a laptop as a credit. That is called debit and credit. Financial calculation also apply in the human resource HR and account department. HR departments, account departments, you can see here. Basic salary, HR allowance, special allowance, salary structure of the employee. So this is obviously salary structure. Normally we have a basic salary, HR allowance and special allowance like any special occasions. Payrolls of the employees and tax and medical to also calculate it to the earning. They're also going to deduct. So here you can see financial calculation, merchant versus trade. Like you can see, it's a proper business scenario here. Like number one, generate the report that contain details related to the cash outflow. Cash outflow means what is your expenses going to be for the business projection for your project, right? So once you are doing any business, first of all, you have to prepare the business projection. What are the expenses going to be? What is the outflow, right? Outflow means expenses. How many expenses going for that particular business? Then what you have to do? You can see here, send the purchase order. You guys are going to send the purchase order to purchase the material, right? Raw materials. Here is the business of the wooden here, as you can see, guys. Then the raw material sent to the manufacturing plant. Number three, and number four, what production cost? Like production cost going to involve inside, like how many production going to be as per the product, as per the client requirement. Labor cost, obviously laborers are working, that labor cost also going to include there. Warehousing cost, where you are going to keep your product, that is the warehouse costing. Packaging cost, once product is ready, you're going to do the packaging of the product. Then after that, advertising cost. Obviously nowadays everything is digital, right? Digital marketing. So everything you're going to do advertisement through the website, through the social media. There are various kinds of platform where you can use for advertising cost and branding cost, right? You're going to do the branding also, but different platform. After then, you're going to sold a product. That after then, your cash inflow started coming. Cash inflow means money started coming to your account. Means you are started earning. So this is a business process procedure, guys. How you going to approach the business? Suppose you are going for interview. Interviewer asking, okay, tell me one business projection. How business going to be start, after started how many procedure we going to follow, and finally I'm going to start it inflow means cash outflow, like as I told you, your expenses, like how many what is your budget going for your business, right? So suppose any person like a person named like Subham do the investment on the business. Suppose he done the investment $50,000. Right. Suppose his business started in first month, he got it like $70,000. So 70 minus 50, right? So total revenue minus total expenses. So total revenue 70,000 and expenses was 50,000. So 70 minus 50, so $20,000 he get a profit figure. Next, Harry, the sales manager, another case study, sales manager at Paul Furniture since need to perform an easy and quick macro label analysis of the profitability status for the last 5 years. Okay. Then, in addition, he wants to represent the use profitability data in an easy understand format for the comparative analysis. So you're hearing the person name. He's a sales manager in Paul Furniture's company. He need to perform an easy and quickly. Quickly means fast macro level analysis for profitability status for the last 5 years. In addition, he wants to represent the use profitability data and easy understand format for comparative analysis. How can Harry compare the financial results of past 5 years? Let's see. To help Harry, let's first understand the chart features of Excel. In addition, let's have a look at various types of chart and the way to customize the chart and use the graph template. So, like I told you, chart we use for the graphical representation, right? We can represent our data graphically format. We can visualize the data in graphical format. Excel provides the chart features, which is also known as a graph feature to represent numerical information in a graphical format. We can insert a chart, a worksheet according to the data set, which is a collection of various data items and their corresponding values. Data item in data set is known as a independent variable, and the set of data value known as a dependent variable. By using chart, you can perform following analysis. Compare the values of the data set over period of time. Obviously, like we are looking last 5 year, last 10 years. So there's a particular duration which one I'm looking for, right? So compare the corresponding values of the multiple data set over period of time. Like sometime I'm looking last 5 year. What is the last 5 year profit figure and loss figure? Any specific one. And an analysis can be any kinds of analysis going to last 5 year. Suppose very simple example like share market. Suppose you buy any product like a Tata, any specific one, TCS, Wipro. So in that case, what happened? We are looking for the like period of time. Like suppose I want to buy in TCS, right? Share. So in that case, I will look at I will just go for the previous history, like this share was in the profit or loss. After then, I will determine myself. Yes, I'm going to purchase or not, right? And so the relationship between the data set. So here you can see just now I told the previous total revenue. How will look at for the profit figure and minus total expenses, then you get to profit figure. Types of chart: bar chart, line chart, scattered area, pie chart, column. There's another chart also. This is a major chart basically we are using, right? There's a donut also. There another chart there, but these six types are most probably we are using. So let's see what is the difference between each of the chart and let's discuss in detail. First, line chart. It is more often used to plot the changes in data at various interval of time, right? Various interval of time means you can see the gap means from where to where. It connect the plotted points through a line. So here just draw the interval of time through the lines as you can see here guys as per the interval of time. The graph. Bar chart is used to compare the individual item in a group of item. I mean there is a group of items. There you can say individual means single. Each bar in the bar graph represent a measure value. What do you mean by measure? Like maximum, minimum, sum, average. That is called measure value. And here data items are organized vertically y-axis and the value of these items are displayed horizontally x-axis. So as you can see here, Okay. Now, column chart. So see, most probably question coming, what is the difference between column chart and bar chart? Interviewers are discussing this question. So it is similar to bar chart. Is used to compare individual item in a group of item. See, definition is same. Only different here, the axis difference is differ from the bar chart in the way that items are represented horizontally x-axis. But in a bar chart, what horizontally was a y-axis, and their value are represented vertically y-axis. So as you can see here, just coming the vertical form. So here only difference was axis, as you can see here. Here horizontally see x-axis and vertically y-axis. Okay. So here question going to be difference between column chart and bar chart. Pie chart next is used to provide the information about the single data set and is display the additions of the pieces of data in the selected data set. So you can see in pie chart coming over data pieces of data here, as you can see. Area chart is used to plot the change in data at various interval of time. See, this is our definition, and line chart definition same. But what is the difference between them? See, in area chart, it highlights the area between the axis and the line created by joining the point that are plotted against the data set. So as you can see here, okay. So various interval of time, but here is just going to highlight the area between the axis. So just going to highlight the area, but in line chart, it's not highlight. You can see. In line chart, according to interval of time, just plotted, but it's not highlight. But in area chart, is highlight. That is the major difference between area chart and line chart. Next one is scatter chart. It is used to show the relationship between the data values and data items. It can use to show the relationship among the points of the data set. Scattered means what? Like here and there is scattered, not in one place, right? Always come in the scattered form. So here is show the relationship between data value and data items, each of the items. So it's, as you can see here, so here coming scattered form, and here always showing the data, just going to the point of the data. Always just point out with the, you can see the data observation going with the points in the scatter chart. As you can see here, guys, which kind of chart of this? So obviously, this is a column chart. So here you can use the arrows, right? You can even write specific points if you want, like this. Okay. Excel provide the following option to like inserting a chart in the worksheet, inserting embedded chart, insert a chart in a chart sheet. So here what the answer going to be? Which one of the following chart type is used to display the ratio of the pieces of data in selected data set? So ratio talking about which one, just now it says pieces of data. So what answer going to be, guys, here? Obviously pieces of data discussed in which definition? Pie chart. Let's check. So you can see your pie chart answer going to write the answer. Why you able to answer? Because you already learn your theoretical part is better way. Each of the definition you understood well, then you are able to answer this question. Okay. So this was all about your chart. What is chart? Types of chart. Okay. In next videos, we are going to discuss practically how we are going to implement practically the chart. Okay. So thank you so much. That's it for this video.